Hello everyone, this is Money Mom. Welcome to the channel. Today I want to tell you guys step by step of plans I've taken to reduce some stress in my life with real life examples. Let's get started and talk about it, because I've had some areas, things that were really stressing me out, and that's what I want to chat about today. So I'm going to give you some examples. First three things: get a notebook. I have this planner from the Dollar Tree. It works great. What you do, number one, write down all the things that are stressing you out. It could be personal, business, financial, could be anything. Unfortunately, a lot of them are financial. A lot of the things that were stressing me out, you have to throw money at it. Not our favorite thing to do, but hey, it's called life. Number two, research what you can do about that problem, whatever it is. And number three, prioritize which of those to take care of. So let's say you're having 5 things that are stressing you out, and there are a bunch of different things. One might be a home repair, one might be a work-related situation, so you have all different things. One's a health situation. Look at those 5 things and see, are there any that are small that won't take a lot of time? Deal with those first. And then, are there some that are more of a priority than other things? So prioritize them too. And then if there's things that don't take a lot of time, that's the first thing I do. If something doesn't take a lot of time, I'm going to give you 2 little things that don't take a lot of time, and they're going to seem common sense. Number one, we have our yard guys come every other Friday, and I always pay them, usually by check, and I have the money ready to give them. Well, sometimes they'll come a little earlier than I think, and for some reason, didn't have a check ready for them, and so I might be in the middle of something, and then I don't have it ready to hand them, and I'm going and rushing and writing it out. Now what I do is I write out a couple different checks, put them in 2 different envelopes, put them on the refrigerator, always have at least 2 checks there, or cash, either one. Sometimes I pay cash. Have it ready to go, so when they come, I've got it right there, along with their cold drinks. I got it all set and ready to go. That took like 5 minutes to do. Number 2, running late for things. What do I do now? Have everything ready the night before, and now get up even earlier, like a good 30 minutes, even an hour earlier, and make sure that we're out the door even faster than before. We might even get there 20, 30 minutes early. We don't care. We can sit and chat. We can read whatever we want. So make sure everything's packed the night before, and then leave a good 30 minutes earlier. So those are 2 simple things. Now 2 huge things that cost me money that were causing me a lot of stress, and many of you already know about it. We had a huge tree in our backyard. It was massive, and the branches were causing issues with the foundation and getting into our plumbing, and it was also getting into our electric wires. Well, what I did is I kept spending money and having these tree branches trimmed, and kept spending money on that. Well, that was wasting money. I didn't want to deal with having the big tree removed. Not so much because of the expense, but I was told, well, if you have this done, it may take several days, and they're going to have to shut your power off. And I thought, well, when's there going to be a good day where I can have my power shut off for a few days? So the thought of that really stressed me out. Well, what I did is I researched. I got 3 quotes, had them come out, found a tree company. Guess what? I always worry about the worst case scenario. That's a problem I have. They came out. It literally took them 4 hours, because they had a huge crew of them, had cold drinks for them, didn't even have to shut the power off. They did the stump and everything for $1,700, about half of what it costs for some of these other companies. They'll do other tree and bush work for me. Now I got a great company. I got the referral from someone, and now I give this referral to other people. It turned out great. Next, with foundation. Put it off for years. Why did I put it off? Because one of my friends had foundation work done, and they didn't do it correctly. It caused more problems, and she spent a lot of money and went in debt for it, and now her problem's even worse. I was afraid that was going to happen to me. Well, I got referrals, did my research, had a company come out. It was only $5,000 and something, if I remember correctly. They did a phenomenal job, haven't had any issues, and so it all worked out. See, that's the reason why a lot of times, I'm being honest with you, I don't like to deal with things that are stressful, because I'm afraid if I deal with it, especially something that costs money and I don't know the end result, I'm afraid that I'm going to make a worse problem. Instead of thinking, hey, things might actually be better, I shove it under the rug which causes me more problems instead of just dealing with it and doing research. Maybe some of you have had that. Another thing I put off for quite a few years, going to the dentist. Why? Because I was afraid it was going to be costly and they were going to find all these problems and say, oh, you need this done and that done. Well, guess what? I didn't need anything done. They said my teeth were in great shape. So now I'm going every 6 months for a teeth cleaning. So I was worrying for nothing. Let me know if any of this is relatable. I hope when I do these videos they are. And then a few other things that I told you about, the running late, and also 2 other big things. This one's embarrassing. My sleep schedule, because I work from home and I wear many hats, was all over the place. And I'm like, okay, I'm allowed to sleep in on the days I have off, that I don't have to go to my demos, but on the other days I need to get up earlier. And so basically I never had a consistent sleep schedule where I went to bed the same time every day and got up at the same time. So now I go to bed at midnight, which I know seems late, and I get up at 8 a.m. every day, whether it's a holiday or not. And I'm not saying there's not times I'm tired. I don't take naps. I don't come home and sit down and rest, because if I do, I'll fall asleep. So that way I'm good and tired when I go to bed. I have to do that, because if I don't, my sleep schedule's all over the place and it's not good for me. I have to go to bed at the same time, get up at the same time. And I kept fighting against that. And then 2 other things. Taxes. I kept the same CPA who was fabulous for many, many years. Love him, wonderful, but he's getting older, getting ready to retire, and we noticed that, it's taking him a little longer to get our taxes done, so now we switched to a CPA firm. Everything is organized, streamlined, really good communication. I was nervous about switching, but so far, everything's going great. They've got a group of CPAs, so if one of them retired, there's a whole group of them. It works out fantastic. Last but not least, my last thing that was causing me a lot of stress was my weight. Because I hate to be on restrictive diets and you can't eat this, you can't eat that, you got to measure this, you got to do calories, I finally found a plan, the intermittent fasting OMAD, where I can lose weight, keep it off, enjoy life, but just as long as I'm not overeating, and I'm able to reduce stress on my knees, my cankles, and be in better health, have better blood work, because of doing that. So as you can see, I've had a lot of these things that have caused me stress. I've only tipped the iceberg on this stuff. And I know this video went longer, but I wanted to give you some real life examples of things that were really causing me problems. And I kept dabbling, instead of nipping it in the bud and taking care of it, I'd just try something. And then I'd fall off the wagon, whether it was my weight, my sleep schedule, or whatever. Sometimes in life, when you've got a problem, you've got to say, yes, it's tough. Yes, I'm scared. I'm feeling fearful. I need to handle this, and I need to handle it today. And let me know if any of you feel like that. If you feel that way, get out a notebook, write some of these things down, come up with an action plan that you feel that works for you, and then, it could really be a big help. I'm still processing through this. I have a lot more things that I need to work on as well. Let me know if you guys like videos like this. I hope this video was a source of encouragement to you guys. I love you very much, and I hope to see you on tomorrow morning's video. Bye, everybody.